But I realized yesterday, like we've gotten to the point, I don't know if you worry about your parents. My parents are going to get all their money taken by scammers. It's just, they're at that age.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to get all their money taken away by scammers. My mom called me yesterday. She was like, Sammy, do you have a moment? I was like, I already knew what it was. Like, my mom only ever calls me if she broke her computer. That's the only reason. I go, yeah. She's like, I have a computer issue. I was like, yeah, I know. And she goes, well, I got this message on my computer that says there's a problem. It's a message from Apple that says there's a problem with my PC, and the IP address has been used and detected some malware, and it has gotten, and then it has this list of like, it's gotten my addresses and my bank account information and my Facebook login. And I go, okay. And it says, and she goes, and it says I should call Apple. And I go, okay. First of all, they refer to the computer as a PC. What Apple message would refer to the computer as a PC? Second of all, where on your there's not a computer section that has your Facebook login. Like, this is clearly designed to target old people who are on Facebook. Mm-hmm. You know, I go, did you click something? And she goes, I don't know. And I go, okay. And I was like, well, and I'm trying to like have her describe it to me. I go, can you call me? She's on her landline. I'm like, call me on your cell phone on FaceTime. So you can, she's like, you want me to take a picture of the computer? I'm like, no, call me on your phone on FaceTime so I can see the computer. She goes, okay. And like, she called me on FaceTime. I go, okay, show me the screen. And like, she's showing me like the ceiling because she's still in selfie mode, like trying like half her face, half the screen, the ceiling. I was like, Mom, flip the camera. If you click your picture, you can flip the camera around. That way you can see what you're shooting. Okay, all right, okay. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, clearly, like I just Google the phrase and the phone number and it's like, this is a very well-known scam. Like this is definitely a scam. And I go, I was like, I think, and I see my dad in the background just like hovering over, looking like, I don't know. And it's just, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, don't click anything. She goes, I called your brother. And I go, okay. And she goes, he told me I should call Apple or call the Apple store. And I was like, that piece of shit just didn't want to deal with you. What a son of a bitch. No offense to you, Mom, by the way. But what a son of a bitch. Because like, call the Apple store? Like a guy in the Apple store. That's your advice. Like a retail associate. Advice. Yeah, no, he just didn't want to deal with it. So I'm like, okay. I go, can you pull up, like, bring your cursor to the bottom of the screen and pull up the tracking bar or whatever. You know, the bar with all the applications in it? Pull that up if you can by bringing the cursor to the bottom of the screen. Because my theory was, this is one of those pop-up websites that is just automatically clicked into full screen. So it tricks you into thinking this is your desktop when in actuality it's just a website. Right. She goes, okay, I'm trying to, and then she's like, let me put the phone down. And so now I can't see anything because she put the phone down because she's using both hands to try to get the tracker up. I'm like, Mom, tell Dad to hold the phone so that he can point to the screen. Oh, okay. And then my dad's pointing to the screen, and she's like, okay, I got the track bar up. I go, okay, I want you to hold on the Safari icon and click force quit. And she goes, okay. And she moves the tracker and the bar goes away. She goes, it disappeared on me. I go, do you need me to come over? And just in the background, my dad goes, yes, yes. I go, all right. And my wife had just put our daughter down. It's Valentine's Day. She goes, I came down because I figured we'd hang out while our daughter was napping. I'm like, well, my parents are about to get everything. Just everything stolen. I go, if I don't go over there now, it's all gone. Life is gone. So I went over there, and I sat down at the computer, and the first thing I did was look at the screen, hit Control-Alt-Escape. And all of a sudden, it just went back into a web browser. My mom was like, what did you just do?
The miracle genius son.
Yeah.
What a whiz.
It's like a magician had just come over. And then I just quit out of Safari immediately. And like nothing had happened. It was just a window opened up. So then I just installed every ad blocker, pop-up blocker that I could find, and basically child protected the computer. And then then she's like, oh, one more thing. And I was like, okay. And she's like, open Safari. And she uses like Apple's homepage. They make like a homepage with all your links and stuff on it. But there was a picture of a deer on it, and so you couldn't read anything because like the background was so complicated. Like a lot of people like it when things are more complicated, but like not my mom.
Right.
And she goes, I accidentally put that picture of that deer there, and I don't know how to get it off. I guess she just had a picture of a deer, and she must have just been dragging it.
Right, and it dropped.
And then it dropped, and she's fucked now. And I guess I don't know how long it's been there for. But she's like, it's very busy, and I can't read anything. I don't know how that picture of the deer got there, and I can't get it off. And I was like, okay. Like, what color do you like? Oh.
She's probably Googling deer picture removal.
She's like, what? I was like, what color do you like? Oh, no, I don't like that. Oh, that teal is nice. I go, all right, it'll be teal. One click. I go, all right, are we good? She's like, I don't know how I can thank you. I was like, you know what you guys need to do? And I told him, I was like, I would really like it if you guys started going to the gym once a week. That's how you could thank me. You're at the age now where your loved ones, this is why I said, your loved ones are dying and you can't be trusted to use your own computers. You should go to the gym once a week. There's no reason not to. Oh, no. But I appreciate the concern, but no. I was like, okay, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, that age where you start worrying. And it's funny, I just saw my parents and we talked about like texting and the phone. And they don't mess with the computer. My parents are, I think, older than your parents.
Yeah.
And they don't mess with the computer much. Little Facebook here and there.
Scary.
It is scary. My mother, I think, wouldn't get roped into that, though. But I've talked to them before, but just don't click on anything where you got to enter your password or, just don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was only a few months ago that I got a call from my dad. He goes, "Can you come over here?" I was like, "Yeah, what's wrong?" And he goes, "Well, I was getting ready to ship something, and a pop-up popped up on my computer that said it would be discounted shipping. So I clicked it, and now I can't go to any websites without the pop-up coming up." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll come over."
Isn't it weird when like it flips from like
Yeah.
your parents being the ones who like guide you and help you,
Right.
Infallible.
Yes. To you becoming that person,
Right, like these are vulnerable human
Yeah.
beings. Yeah, that wasn't what they were before.
And
but they're-
there are people who want to screw your parents out of money. Like,
That's
if
what I was
you take it
thinking.
personally, like, there's people that want to steal from my parents. It's annoying.
Right.
It's infuriating.
Yeah, because that thought flashed into my head. Like, that number would pop up. And, like, who's to say? There's probably a lot of people that think that that's Apple. They don't know.
Yeah,
they don't have
know.
somebody to call. And they don't think that somebody's just going to lie to them. Just take all their money and lie to
Yeah.
them. And then all of a sudden they're fucked.
Yeah, just don't connect the bank. Don't connect any information. I tell my parents that too. Just don't respond.
Don't do anything. Don't do anything.
Do nothing.
I love going on YouTube and watching scammer videos.